What's up everybody? Welcome to Gray Rabbit Finance. I'm your host Tyler, and today I'm going to be updating the Ichimoku technical analysis for all the major Forex pairs for the week of March 3rd through the 8th, 2024. Let's hop in. Okay guys, we're going to get started with AUDCAD on the weekly chart. And so I'm actually holding a short position from last week on this pair. So this is one of the special pairs that I've got marked. And just to look on the weekly chart here, so I'm expecting this to be an N wave down. We've got the gray rabbit gone line here flashing orange, so that's showing that we're bearish. And you can see that when it's vertical and then starts coming down, it coils up. So this is part of my strategy, the slingshot strategy, which I'm going to be bringing to you guys soon. I have a new website coming out in the next couple months. I'm going to be having some merchandise, some books about Ichimoku trading strategies, Ichimoku theories. So keep posted for that, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit the notification bell because I'm going to be making a big announcement soon for that. But let's get into it. So I'm expecting this to be an N wave down. So we had a nice retracement back up to Senko span A, and we've got a nice bearish Kumo cloud here. Now we do have 2 out of 3 Sanyoku Kyoten signals here on the weekly. So we had a gold cross here, and we have the Chico span above the candles. But I'm expecting the Chico span to trace these candles back down, and I'm expecting this N wave to finish in the bearish direction. So let's go to the daily for more detail. So guys, as you can see on the daily chart, we had 3 out of the 3 Sanyoku Gyukoten signals. So we had 3 bearish Ichimoku signals. So we had the death cross, we had the Chico span below the candles, and we had price break on this nice N wave through Senko span B, which is the thick white line. And so right now, this is a nice bearish Kumo cloud structure. And so I actually put my position in up here where this green line is. And so right now it's traded against me just a little bit. But I'm expecting price to continue back down on this larger N wave, like we mentioned on the weekly. And I'm expecting my first target to be down here around the 1 Fibonacci extension level. So from the current price, we have about 143 pips of room to run. And so I'm expecting that hopefully to start happening this week. So I'm going to keep you guys posted on that. But yeah, I have a short position on this. It's my only position right now. And I'm expecting price to reach down to these levels. So keep an eye on that. And yeah, let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. So on the 4-hour chart, guys, you can see that price right now is still contained within the cloud here. So we're still in the Kumo cloud. We have a bearish Kumo cloud twist and a nice structure forming. And so I'm expecting this resistance to hold, and I'm expecting price to break through the Senko span B and begin the trend back down in the bearish direction. So that's what I'm hoping for. We've had a nice resistance here on this 3-to-1 Ganfan angle. And if price goes the opposite way, I'm gonna most likely look to close this position out. But since we have a spinning top candlestick here that formed on the last candle here last week before the market closed, this is telling me that price has been sufficiently resisted here, and we can expect another wave down. So yeah, that's my plan this week, guys. That's AUDCAD, and yep, I'll keep you posted on that. Let's move to the next. Okay, AUD Swiss franc on the weekly chart. Not much to say about this one, guys. We've had a triple bottom here. Overall, if you look at the Kumo cloud, this was a nice long bearish trend, but now we've had this triple bottom. We had a we had a gold cross here, and we've had the Chico span now overlapping the candles. And we've also had the gray rabbit gone line flip orange and blue a bunch. So right now, this is this is overall a bearish market, but right now we're stuck in this range. And we're here, this is the support level here, 0.56185. So a close below this level would confirm the continuation of this trend. And then at the resistance level up here, is this is 0.59243. So a break of that level would confirm the reversal, and we would start to see the Kumo cloud begin to converge and twist in the bullish direction. So right now, guys, this is just a ranging market. And you can see too that, this is the daily chart. We've had price break through Senko Span B, but we don't have a bullish Kumo cloud twist yet. So that's why, you know, if I see this condition, if I see the Sanyoku Koten signals but no bullish cloud twist, that tells me this is a ranging market, and we're going to need to wait until a stable trend develops. And I'm expecting price to retrace back into the cloud. And when price is in the cloud on the daily, I typically do not trade this pair. So yeah, guys, I most likely will not be trading this pair this week. Okay, AUD Japanese yen on the weekly. Now guys, overall we have a bullish Kumo cloud. We have price above the Tenkan-sen. However, we have Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, Senko Span A and B all flat right now. And so we're going to need price to close above the resistance level here, which is 99.057 level. And that's going to confirm the bullish trend and continuation up. So let's go to the daily to see some more detail. So guys, on the daily, right now I've got the gray rabbit slingshot indicator here highlighting. So that's one of my signals that I look for to consider this a special pair. And so now that I see that we've had a nice mean reversion, a nice retracement back down to the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, and now we have an outside bar closed, this is a good signal that we should start looking for the trend to continue on the lower time frames. And so I'm going to be looking for that this week on this pair. That's why I have it marked as special. And so anyone new to the channel, I forgot to mention this, the pink flags are all the special pairs that I'm going to be looking to actively trade this week. The orange flags are ranging pairs, which I most likely will not be trading. And the blue flags are pairs that I'm going to be, I might be looking to trade, but I'm waiting for the right conditions to arise. So pay attention to the blue and pink and just leave the orange behind. But yeah, guys, so this is a special pair, and I'm expecting if we can get this N wave, we're going to target this level up here at the 100.909. And so from current price to that level, we've got about 293 pips. So plenty of space to run on this one. And so yeah, guys, so here's the 4-hour chart. So we're still, you know, this is a bearish cloud here on the 4-hour. So we're going to need to wait for the proper conditions to arise on the lower time frames. But now we can see that it looks like support has been found on the daily chart. So keep an eye on this pair. That's AUD Japanese yen. Okay, guys, AUD USD on the weekly. Now overall, guys, in terms of Ichimoku, you know, this is sort of a neutral market right now. We have overlapping and twisting Kumo clouds. We have 2 out of the 3 Sanyoku Koten signals. So we had gold cross. We had the Chico span break above the candles. And we did have price break the Senko Span B, so I guess we had 3 out of 3. But you can see that the bullish Kumo cloud hadn't really twisted by then, and now we've just gotten it. Now we're below the Senko Span B. So either way, this is just a neutral ranging market right now on the weekly. But I am expecting this to be an N wave down in the bearish direction. And so let's look at the daily chart real quick. So guys, you can see we had 3 out of the 3 Sanyoku Gia Koten signals. We had a death cross, Chico span break below the candles, and we had a price break Senko Span B on the thick white line. And we have a really nice bearish Kumo cloud structure here. So I am expecting this to be the beginning of a bear trend. And we've got now the gray rabbit Gan line is now flashing bearish again. And we've had this could be an N wave. We've had a nice impulse down, a retest on the support level, and hopefully another impulse down. So that's what I'm looking for this week. We have the Taito Suchi. Looks like this previous one was 19 bars from this bottom to this bottom. And so that's where I'm going to be projecting and looking for my price target. And so right now from the current price level to our target is about 188 pips. And so that's this next support level down here at this wick. And so that's what I'm going to be looking for if we get the right conditions on the lower time frames. And let's just take a quick look at the 4-hour chart. So yeah, this is looking pretty good, guys. We had a break below Senko Span B, and now we're kind of just in this range right now. But we have a nice structure here on this 4-hour chart. And so if we can break this support level here, this is going to be a really good one to trade. So I will be looking at the lower time frames, the 1 hour and 15 and 4. But if we can break this support level, this is going to be a good one this week. So that support level is 0.64896. And let's see, from this support level down to here is about 150 pips. So yeah, this is going to be a really good one, guys. So keep an eye on that. AUD, USD, I've got that marked special. And yeah, this could be really good this week. Okay guys, CAD, Swiss franc on the weekly. Now, in terms of, Ichimoku, this is a bearish trend. We got a nice cloud here, we've been in a pretty long downtrend so far. We do have the gray rabbit gun line starting to flash bullish, and we have the Chico span now coming up and tracing up the candles. So I'm expecting price to actually continue back up to this Kijun-sen again. So we're going to get a pullback and then another M wave up. And if you look at the daily chart, you can see more detail. So on the daily chart, guys, we have a bullish Kumo cloud. We had a double bottom here. And so we've got wave 1, 2, wave 3, 4, and then I'm thinking we're going to get wave 5 up to this level here, which is this nice flat Senko span B target level. And so this week, I have this marked as blue. This week, we could be consolidating a bit more in this range. And so that's going to be, hold on, this is the proper support level here. So the support is 0.64628 and the resistance is 0.65594. And so we could be consolidating a little bit in this range before we break up again. But from the current price to our target is about 131 pips. So keep an eye on this pair. We're going to need to confirm on the lower time frames. But this could be a really good one to trade over the next few weeks. So yeah, I'm going to be keeping my eye on this one. Okay, CAD, Japanese yen on the weekly. Guys, I have this marked as a ranging pair because I'm expecting price to be retracing this week. You can see that we have a nice bullish Kumo cloud, pretty strong structure, lots of steam in here. But we do have the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen starting to flatten out, and we have Senko span A and B also flattening out. So I am expecting a retracement back. So let's see, hopefully the first support would be here at the Tenkan-sen. And that's what I'm expecting this week. So I'm not gonna really say too much about this one. But if you look on the daily, you can see that we've had a retracement back down to the Kijun-sen. And so right now it looks like it's starting to get a little bit of support. But overall, guys, I'm just expecting this to be consolidating this week, and I most likely will not be trading this pair. Okay guys, Swiss franc, Japanese yen. Now this is quite a similar setup to CADJPY. And I want to show you guys something. So if you look, let me just clean this up. So I have this marked as ranging just because I believe that this is going to be retracing this week. And I'm going to tell you guys why. And let's look quickly at this. So this is called an ending diagonal. And this is from Elliott wave theory. Now I won't go into too much detail, but one thing I want you to notice is that when we get to the end of a 5-wave trend, typically you see this diagonal ending pattern, and typically it breaks down once it's touched like this on the this top of this resistance line here. So if you look at this, just take a picture with that with your mind, and now look at this, right? We have exactly that same pattern pretty much. So we've got this diagonal, and we've got pretty much this one, right? So we've got a ending diagonal. We've touched 1, 2, 3 times. So I'm expecting price to retrace not only because of that, but also because we have a flat Kijun-sen here, and we have a flat Senko span B. And it looks like we're about to break below the Tenkan-sen here. So I just wanted to show you guys that when you start to see the price kind of curve like that, you can see it like curving. That's telling us that it's losing momentum, and that usually forms this ending diagonal pattern. So just keep that in mind. And that's why this week I'm just expecting price to be retracing, and I most likely will not be trading this pair. And then also here, let's just take a look at the weekly. You can see that we're just in this ranging market, and price is down below the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. We've had some death crosses here, and we have the Chico span just overlapping the candles. So overall, guys, this is just a ranging market, and I most likely will not be trading this pair. Okay guys, Euro AUD on the weekly. Now I'm expecting this to be an N wave up. It looks like we got supported here on Senko span A. And so let me just clean this up real quick. It looks like also we're about to gold cross again. And so we could get the Chico span to come back above the candles. So I'm going to be looking for this N wave to continue up. And if we go to the daily chart, you can see that we have 3 out of the 3 Senyoko Kyoten signals. We have a nice bullish Kumo cloud here. Now we are retracing back down to this support level here, but I'm expecting this to be an N wave up, just based on these conditions, and price is above the Tenkan and the Kijun-sen. So right now Tenkan, Kijun, Senko Span A and B are all flat, so we're going to need price to close above this resistance level here, which is the 1.66982 level. And when we close above there, we're also going to break this 8 to 1 angle on the Gann fan. So that's going to show us that this is now a very bullish trend, and we're going to be heading up in the bullish direction. And so from the current price level to the next target would be up here at the resistance at that's 1.68412, and that's about 238 pips. So keep an eye on that. I have this marked as blue. This could be a really good one to trade over the next few weeks. Okay guys, Euro Japanese yen on the weekly chart. So we have a gold cross that just happened. We had a really deep retracement here, and we had the gray rabbit slingshot indicator start lighting up. So that looks like we've had a deep enough retracement to continue this trend up. We've got price above the Tenkan and the Kijun-sen. Tenkan-sen's pointing up, Kijun-sen is still flat, so we're going to need to close above this resistance level at the 164.308 level to confirm the bullish trend. We also have Senko Span B flat, but I am expecting a little bit of further upside. I think we'll at least reach back up to this resistance level here. And so from the current price, we've got about 160 pips. So keep an eye on this one over the next week or so. This is Euro Japanese yen. Yeah. Okay guys, EURCAD on the weekly. I have this marked as a ranging pair, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. But you can see we've had some overlapping twisting Kumos. We have the Chico span tracing the candles. So overall, this is just a neutral market with no direction here. And let's take a look at the daily. And so right now guys, on the daily, we have price in the cloud. So I'm most likely not going to be trading this pair this week. Okay, Euro Swiss franc on the weekly chart. Overall guys, we got a bearish Kumo cloud. However, we've had a nice retracement back up, and price is above the Kijun-sen here. So this, we've been retracing the past weeks, and now we have an inside bar forming. So this could be a reversal. I'm expecting price to reverse back down, and so that's why I have this marked as a ranging pair this week, because although we have a bullish Kumo cloud on the daily chart, and we broke through with the Sanyoko Koten, three Sanyoko Koten signals, we are reaching a very heavy resistance area here. And so I am expecting price to pull back down, considering the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen are both flat, and Senko Span A and B are also flat. So I'm expecting a retracement this week, and I most likely will not be trading this pair. Okay, Euro British Pound on the weekly. Guys, I'm expecting some downside in this bearish direction this week. So we've had a really deep retracement back up to Senko Span A. We've got an N wave down, and now we're retesting this support level here. We've got the gray rabbit Gann line showing us that it's bearish. We had a death cross here, and so we also have the Chico span about to break below the candles, and we've got the Tenkan-sen pointing down, Senko Span A and B both pointing down. So this is looking like we could break this support level here, which is the 0.84984 level. And so if we break that level, I've got this marked as blue, so I'm waiting for that breakout. We could reach down to this level next. This is the 0.618 Fibonacci extension, and that's about 123 pips. And if we look on the daily chart, guys, let me just clean that up real quick. And so you can see that we're right now testing this support level that we broke here. And price has, we have 2 out of the 3 Sanyoko Koten signals. So we have a gold cross, and we have Chico span above the candles because we've had this nice retracement back. But I am expecting price, once it reaches into the Senko Span A, to break back down. And so I'm going to be looking for that on the lower time frames. And if we do get that breakout back down in this direction, this will be the first target, like I just mentioned. So keep an eye on this pair, guys, Euro British Pound. Okay guys, Euro USD on the weekly chart. So right now it's in the cloud. We had a gold cross here, but it looks like we're going to get an N wave in the bearish direction. But overall, this is kind of a choppy, neutral market. But I am expecting an N wave down because we're getting here a head and shoulders pattern, or in Japanese, in the Sakata Goho, it's called Sanzan, or 3 mountains. So you can see here's the first mountain, here's the second mountain, and this looks like it could be forming the third mountain here if we get this moved down. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. And if we go to the daily chart, you can see that we have, well, let me just keep this off for a second. So you can see we have a nice bearish Kumo cloud formed. We got 3 out of the 3 Sanyoku Gyokuden signals. We got the death cross, we got the Chico span below the candles, and we broke on an N wave down through the Senko span B, which is the thick white line. And we have a nice structure formed here on the Kumo cloud. So I'm expecting this to, from this resistance level, we've had a nice retracement, and I'm expecting price to continue back down. And once we continue down from these levels, from the current price down to this carat, we've got about 195 pips. So a lot of room to run on this one. So keep an eye on this one. I've got it marked blue. We're going to need conditions to arise on the lower time frames, but this could be a really good pair to trade over the next few weeks. Okay, British Pound AUD on the weekly. Guys, I have this marked as a ranging pair. I'm most likely not going to be trading it this week. We've had a lot of mixed signals here. We've had a death cross and now a gold cross. We got the Chico span tracing the candles. We have the gray rabbit Gann line flashing bearish, now bullish. So this is a ranging market on the weekly. And on the daily chart, we have price right now is in a Y wave. And so like I always mentioned, these are very tricky. They produce a lot of false breakouts. And so I most likely will just be staying away from this pair this week. Okay, British Pound, Swiss franc on the weekly. Now guys, price is in the cloud, so overall this is just a ranging market here on the weekly. But if we can break this Senko span A here, we could see a lot of upside potential. It looks like we could be getting a Kumo cloud twist too in the future. But let's go to the daily. So on the daily we have a nice bullish trend already. We've got price above the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen, but everything's flat right now. So the Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, Senko span A and B are all flat. But overall, this is the beginning of a bullish trend. And so we're going to need price to break the resistance level here, which is 1.12186, to confirm the continuation up. And so from this current price level to our target is going to be 136 pips. So keep an eye on this pair, guys. Over the next week or so, this could be a good one. This is British Pound, Swiss franc. Okay guys, we are here at British Pound CAD, and so let me just clean that up. So guys, I'm expecting further upside on this one. So right now we're inside this this consolidation right now, but we got price above the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. We got Tenkan-sen pointing up, Senko span A and B pointing up. Now this cloud is still a little bit thin, so I'm not sure if we can trust it 100% yet. But we got the gray rabbit Gann line flashing bullish, and so we could be breaking out of this resistance soon. So I'm going to be looking for the first resistance break of 1.72207, and my upside target is up here at 1.76267. And so from current price, we've got about 479 pips. So we got a lot of room on this one. And you can see here on the daily chart that we're in the beginnings of a bullish trend. We had a gold cross here. We've got an N wave up, another N wave here. We've had support on this trend line here, on the major trend line. And we got Senko span A pointing up. So if we can break this resistance level, I'm going to be looking for the conditions to arise on the lower time frames. And this could be a really good one to get into a trade over the next few weeks. Okay guys, British Pound, Japanese Yen. You can see, we mentioned this pattern earlier, the ending diagonal. So look, here it is again. So that's why I'm expecting this to be retracing this week. Although we do have the Tenkan-sen pointing up and the Senko span A pointing up, we have the Kijun-sen and Senko span B flat, and we have a really wide Kumo cloud structure. So price should be getting attracted back down to these levels soon. We have the ending diagonal, like I mentioned. And on the daily chart, you can see we also have a bullish trend, but price has broken below the Tenkan-sen. So we could be retracing back down to this first support level at 189.045, or we could even go down to the Kijun-sen here, which is the 188.289 level. But then I'm expecting price to continue back up, and our target would be up here at the 1.272, and that's at 194.166. So from this retracement level up to there is about 500 pips. But overall, guys, this is going to be a ranging retracing market this week. and I most likely will not be trading it. Okay guys, British Pound USD, prices in the Kumo cloud ranging this week on the weekly, and it's also in the cloud on the daily chart. So most likely I will not be trading this pair this week. Okay guys, New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen. So overall this is a nice bullish trend on the weekly. Price is above the Tenkan-sen here. Tenkan-sen is pointing up, and the Kijun-sen is also pointing up, and Sanko-span A is pointing up. However, Sanko-span B is flat. So let's look at the daily. So guys, on the daily, also a very nice bullish trend here. We had this nice N wave up, and now we've had a nice retracement back down to the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, which was also this support level, which used to be resistance. So I'm expecting price to consolidate and then come back up. And this would be at least our target would be at least the previous resistance here. And that's at 93.454. And from current price level up is about 177 pips. And this was our previous target, which we hit. And so this is the next one. And this is also based on this trend line here from these two tops. So keep that in mind, guys. This could be a really good one over the next few weeks. Once we see that this support is held and we can confirm the trend on the lower time frames. Okay, USDCAD on the weekly. Not much to say about this pair. I have it marked ranging. Guys, the Chico span's overlapping the candles. We have the gray rabbit gone line flashing blue and orange. We've had death crosses and now gold cross forming soon. So this is just a neutral ranging market. And we've also had twisting overlapping Kumo clouds. So there's really no clear defined trend on the weekly. And if we look on the daily chart, you can see that we do have the beginning of a bullish trend here forming. However, it does look like price has hit some resistance here, and we're going to be retracing this week. And so I'm expecting price to retrace back down to the Tenkan-sen here. And so most likely I will not be trading this pair this week. Okay, USD Swiss franc on the weekly. Now guys, we've had a nice retracement back down to this bearish Kumo cloud. Right now we're getting resisted at Sanko-span A. And it looks like we're going to be reversing from this point. So I'm going to be keeping my eye on that. We have an inside bar forming here. So I am expecting downside, but I have this marked as a retracing market this week. Just because on the daily time frame here, you can see that we have a double top here. So we could be reversing back down to at least the Kijun-sen. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on that. But if we break this resistance, then the trend is going to resume. So this is 0.88860. But until then, this is just going to be a ranging consolidating market, and I most likely will not be trading it. Okay guys, USD Japanese yen on the weekly. Now, last week we closed bearish here, so we have a lower high. We weren't quite able to reach this resistance level up here, which is at the 151.946. So I am expecting price to retrace this week. But overall, this is a bullish Kumo cloud. We had a gold cross. And we have the Tenkan-sen and Sanko-span A pointing up, but we have the Kijun-sen and Sanko-span B flat. So these are some mixed signals. We're going to need to break the resistance to confirm the trend on the weekly. Now, if we go to the daily chart, you can see we also have a nice bullish trend. However, price is about to close below the Tenkan-sen, so we could be retracing back down to Kijun-sen this week. So I most likely will not be trading this pair, but look for the retracement and then hopefully another continued N wave up. And if we get that from the retracement level, that's about 600 pips. So that's a lot of room to run on this next N wave. We're going to confirm the retracement and consolidation first, and then we'll start to look for the trend to the support to form, and then we'll look for the trend to continue on the lower time frames. So over the course of this month, we might get a better development on this pair. But right now, guys, over this week and next, it could just be a ranging market, and I most likely will not be trading this pair. Okay, guys, now we're going to hop in real quick to the fundamental news. So we don't have any high impact news release on Sunday, March 3rd. But for Monday, we're going to have the Swiss franc consumer price index data being released. We've got the Japanese yen Tokyo CPI excluding food and energy being released. And we have Japanese yen Tokyo consumer price index also being released. We don't trade this one, so let's skip that. On Tuesday, we have the US dollar ISM services PMI being released. We have AUD, the gross domestic product data being released. On Wednesday, we have the Euro retail sales being released. We have the US dollar ADP employment change being released. CAD, we have Bank of Canada interest rate decision being released. We've got the Bank of Canada monetary policy statement. We've got US dollar Fed Chair Powell's testifies, and we have AUD trade balance. So that's all on Wednesday, March 6th. Now, Thursday, March 7th, we have ECB monetary policy statement, ECB main refinancing operations rate, ECB rate on the deposit facility, ECB press conference, and we also have USD Fed Chair Powell testifies. Friday, March 8th, for the euro, we have the gross domestic product data being released for quarter 4. We've got the CAD unemployment rate for February. We've got CAD net change in employment for February. We have USD average hourly earnings for February. USD average hourly earnings for month over month for February. We have USD non-farm payrolls for February. And that's all the news we have this week, guys. So I'm going to make sure you follow us on Twitter. I'm going to make sure to, I always post this information every week, so you guys can have a rundown and just save it for your notes. But this is FX Street, and I also put the link to this in the description below. So guys, thanks a lot for joining me this week. I just want to know what pairs you guys have been trading. If you've been active in the markets or if it's been quiet for you, let me know in the comments below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for all the likes and subscribes and coming back to support each week. And like I said, make sure you hit the notification bell, because I'm going to be releasing my website soon. And that's going to include my book on Ichimoku, my book on my trading strategy, a book on trading psychology, and some merchandise that I have lined up, which I think you guys are really going to like. So keep an eye on that. And until next week, guys, peace.